qualify to have a guide dog. Now, you have no idea how much training goes into dogs, assistance dogs for people who can't see and all that kind of stuff. These animals are amazing. The training they get is just beyond extraordinary. And the way that these animals are treated is second to none.
Oh, absolutely. They're
second
loved.
to none.
They are loved.
And now these dogs, by the way, they have, a coat that goes over it saying, please don't pet me and all that kind of thing because it confuses the dog. They're there to help the person that's hanging on to their stirrup, I guess.
Harness or whatever it is, yeah.
All that kind of thing. And they're usually Labradors because Labrador's a beautiful natured dog and all that kind of thing. Over in the UK, and you may remember I said last week, England can go itself. They want to pick on our jaffles, all that kind of thing.
You're still cut about that, aren't you?
Now listen, a blind disability campaigner was berated by a woman in the pub over in England who told him that using a guide dog is cruel.
No,
it's as cruel as cockfighting.
Hang on. Sounds like she's fought a few cocks in a time.
I don't think she's fought enough. She's probably fought them off.
Fought them off, yeah.
But that's it. Now listen, there is a growing trend of people who use service animals. They're now copping shit from people who compare it to slavery.
Oh, for sake.
Now, is this right? Just put it into perspective for a second here, because I know that these service animals do a lot for the people who need them. However, though, if you've just got some dumb dog, for example, that is, I don't know, a schnauzer or whatever.
Small battery-operated barking machine.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So is keeping it inside all day long while you off to work, even though it's got its water and its dish of food, is that cruel?
And it's not trained, so every time something goes past the front door, they bark like a...
They want to tear the mailman apart. But is having a service dog or a guide dog, so to speak, cruel?
No.
My answer is no.
No. Would you like to hear that again? No.
Yeah.
You're a stupid bitch.
Exactly right. Now, listen, there is service dogs everywhere, and because the world's just losing its mind, right? For example, they'll get on a train with the owner and stuff. They can go into restaurants. They can go into theatres.
They're allowed anywhere a blind person is allowed.
That's exactly right.
It's actually against the law in Australia to refuse service or entry to a guide dog.
Yeah. So anyway, what happened was he's told metro.co.uk that he's had his dog for nearly 4 years. And it's something he would have never have thought would happen. But she was in his face. He could feel the spit landing on his face to this woman in the pub that was berating the shit out of him for having a service dog. So he says she was waiting to get served at the bar. Now, this was at the Portsmouth Marriott Hotel. When she commented on how wonderful his and his friends' dogs were. But then all of a sudden, she changed. The self-proclaimed animal rights activist compared the use of service animals to the same cockfighting and told him to burn in hell. That's what she said. You're blind and you are absolutely shit. Burn the in hell. She said this to a guy that needs the service dog. He probably couldn't have seen her anyway, which is probably a good point due to the fact he would have laid her out.
Well, you probably would have been able to anyway. Blind people have got great echolocation and, extrasensory skills. He could have daredevil the shit out of her.
Absolutely.
He should have. But see, he's probably such a nice-natured man that he just went, are you serious?
She put him in the same, or put it in the same category for people who have dogs for fighting. Dogs for fighting, cockfighting, all that kind of thing, right? Now, he and his fellow disabled person held onto their dog's leashes tightly in case the woman who just went on and on tried to do anything to the animals. So it was almost like she was probably going to try and do something.
Was her name Peter by any chance?
I have no idea. Now, he added that she had to go for us for our dogs lying on the floor of the bar, saying how cruel it is. When was the last time they ran free? This is the thing that's going on in this life at the moment, in this world. All these people. Now, listen, look.
Well, no, you turn around and go, listen, lovey, you're a human. You've ruined this planet. It's where are they going to run free now? It's all polluted. It's all hole in the ozone layer. There's no rain. There's no grass anyway. Poor dogs are going to burn their feet on the radioactive bloody grit that was once a great green pasture. Thanks to you, you up human.
Now, he asked this woman who was with a small group of friends if she wanted to hear their side of the story, but no.
No, of course not.
She turned and hightailed it. Got the hell out of there. Now, listen, I've got no problem whatsoever with a guide dog laying on the ground at a pub. And by the way, when I say blind, they cannot see. I'm not talking about due to the fact that they're in the pub, they're not getting blind, okay? I even think, I'm looking at a photo right here, they're actually drinking 0.0 Heineken. So it's the beer you have when you're not having a beer.
So they just wanted to get out.
Why, and why shouldn't they?
Well, when was the last time the blind man ran free without getting run the over?
That's right, woman. When was the last time he could run out and do something? Oh, you don't know because you're ill-informed.
I think you've said everything that needs to be said there.
Now, the dogs were stoic.
Of course they were.
They were stoic.
They don't brook no shit. They're just like, you know what? Yeah.
He doesn't have the dog. He's walking into lampposts, into traffic, into walls, all that kind of thing, right? The dogs know exactly what to do. And then you've got munted, tits-out woman like her. It's like, oh, I'm out with my friends. You know what we should do? We should just go to the local pub and get drunk to,
get offended by everything.
Let's get offended by everybody and we'll dance drunk to the B-52s and everyone could just, thick at my bush. All that kind of stuff, right?
Every in a mile radius goes limp all at once.
Yeah, mate, you walk into a pub, all right, and you see this type of person, this type of woman, right?
Recently divorced.
It's an inverted soft on, and then you move on to the next pub. You're like, going, I'm not going in there because it smells like foundation and despair and opinions.
Mm-hmm.
How dare he be blind and have a dog in the pub? The Guide Dogs for the Blind Association has a rigorous process that they go through to match dogs with their owners based on both of their needs and abilities, okay? So I propose, if we ever meet people like this with the Burble, this is what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to viciously train German Shepherds and Alsatians who know how to act like a
TV dog.
Exactly like that. Like
Inspector Rex.
The 17 lassies that they had. And the dog will be timid until we get pulled up by someone saying, it's so cruel that you couldn't have that dog. Then I'll just go,
bite her on the left tit.
No, you don't. Just do clicks like, dog will hear it.
It's an African dog, is it?
Anyway, at the end of the day, if you see someone with a service dog, give them a wide berth because I don't want you to be triggered, snowflakes. Snowflakes, I don't want you to be triggered. You go, oh, they got this dog, and I used to have a dog like that, and he died, he got hit by a car, and how dare you have a Labrador to get around the city and stuff like that.
And look, a public service announcement, if you ever see a guide dog come up to you without its owner and sort of want to get your attention, it's probably best to follow it because their owner may be in trouble and you could be in for a new phone and some shoes and a wallet if...
You are a asshole.
Hit us up on the socials at theverbal.com.au.
A mum has had hiccups for 12 years after getting them when pregnant. She can't stop hiccuping. Now, what do you do when you get the hiccups? What's your solution? What do you do?
You cry in the corner usually.
And that gets rid of it?
No.
What do you do to get rid of the hiccup?
Drink a glass of water, usually.
Upside down?
No, that shit. That's too hard.
Like, I can't see you as in your state doing handstands.
No.
Against that, even though you've got like solid walls, they're not like gyprock and stuff because you'd probably just put your foot straight through it. But what do you do to get rid of, seriously, what do you do to get rid of hiccups?
Drink a glass of water.
But how do you do it? Like, do you have to do it like, because you don't want to drown.
Hold your breath.
Does that work?
I haven't had hiccups in ages.
Really?
Yeah, I have. No, I haven't had them in ages.
You know what I do when I get the hiccups?
What?
Do you know what I do?
No.
Okay. So when I get the hiccups and I can't get rid of them, I wait to see if they're going to go away. Because they used to in like 5-10 minutes when you were a kid, right? But they tend not to when you're older. So what I do is I get these two fingers here and I go, bulimics will know exactly what I'm talking about, and it works.
Oh, the Diana.
Yes, I'm doing the Diana. So we're going to talk about the rules in a minute. And down the hatch, straight it goes, and then you wait until like you right.
Yep.
This is totally great for all
I thought this is when you were drunk and you had too much shit in your guts and you needed a bit more.
No.
Because I've seen you do that when you're drunk.
It's because of hiccups.
Right.
So you walk away because people don't like seeing it, right? It's not for everyone to see.
No, it's not. It's
you go, and then all of a sudden, like, it'll try to come up and it won't. You walk away and all of a sudden you, apart from like slobbered on two fingers.
Stop with the 2 fingers.
That's what why? Why?
Because.
What if I did it with this hand?
Stop it. You're a dirty, dirty man.
But this works.
If you're going to do that, put your little finger up at least.
No. Well, where's that going to go? In my eye?
No, it's in your nose.
Anyway, it actually works. I'm saying make yourself kind of throw up, your hiccups disappear straight away. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It works for me. Doesn't work for you?
No.
Doesn't work for you at all.
I've never tried it.
You've never tried it?
No.
Well, anyway.
I usually just drink until I vomit. That's how I get it out.
Lisa Graves, who's 31, has seen experts that they reckon that this may be a side effect of a stroke that she had that was noticed during her pregnancy with her first child.
Bloody hell.
She's a nail technician. So she's breathing vapors all day long down the nail
She's
shop.
got holes in her brain and probably from all the acetone and shit.
But sometimes her hiccups can be so loud they've been compared to a dog's bark after it's been stood on and the noise of a chicken. So if you've ever accidentally stood on a dog's tail, for example, you're walking through the dark, it's fell asleep in the living room, you just want to duck off down and have a slash at the back bathroom because you don't want to wake up your missus because she's going to abuse you for having a guide dog. But at the end of the day, she's looking for a cure. 12 years of the hiccups. 12 years.
It's a long time.
If she was a guest of yours and if you'd gone to extravagant lengths as to cook a nice meal and all that kind of thing, and then you fear that you're going to invite Lisa over because like she'll have like 2 bites of the pumpkin risotto that you've made, and then all of a sudden it all half comes back up. Like, if you had the hiccups, you wouldn't have time to swallow.
Sort of like reflux, like there's completely
So
different.
you think, so we just give her a bottle of Gaviscon and on your way, or?
Well, why is the risotto coming back up? Like, all she's doing is hic, hic. She's not got bleh on your table.
But you'll try to talk about, things like how much you enjoyed that weekend that you went on. See what I mean?
All right.
See what I mean?
Fair call.
Are you inviting her over? You're not going to waste your best wine or conversation.
No, she can have the house red.
Chateau de cardboard.
Exactly.
Anyway, she says she wants to find a cure, but then again, she says that she's just gotten used to it. No, I don't think I could ever get used to it.
You'd have to. It'd be
No,
like
no.
like losing an arm or a leg. You just generally get used to it.
Well, she owns her own salon, so the majority of girls that she works with has just gotten used to it. I would imagine that having the hiccups for 12 years would be the same as being diagnosed with Tourette's.
Or Parkinson's disease.
No, well, let's just start on the funny one, and then we'll get to a more serious one. Tourette's, for example.
Tourette's is a terrible disorder, Penny.
No, but as I'm telling everyone right now, you reckon it's so terrible, get online, get on the YouTube, and type in Teen Tourette's Camp. They send these kids from the UK to an American Tourette's summer camp.
They pray away the gay. Oh, hang on. No, that's a different type of summer camp, isn't it?
Yeah. Get on there and watch it. Look, I have friends that have Tourette's. One very close friend that has Tourette's as well. It manifests itself in different types of ways. But Tourette's, though, when it comes out verbally, you will probably get used to it at the end. But if you're just introduced to a person that has Tourette's, that is really funny. Like, you can save a year's worth of tickets going to a comedy stand-up club.
Yeah, well, there's a guy on the tubes as well that reads nursery rhymes and stuff.
Oh, yes.
Tourette's. Yeah, he's pretty good too.
Yeah, I've seen him, but he's getting treatment, that guy. What do you do about hiccups? If you can't get rid of it in the first...
They wouldn't be able to give her a CAT scan because she wouldn't be able to hold still long enough to get a clear shot of her brain.
That's right. An hour, 2 hours, that's an extreme thing. But 12 years?
Yeah, it's a long time.
Come on, 12 years to get rid of it. Now, sometimes she goes...
I bet the old husband's probably a bit wary of, the oral love when they're making babies.
Sorry.
Well, you got to think of the bloody mechanics of this, Penny.
You had to go there.
Well, it's a legitimate question. Would you? What do you reckon he's used to it as well?
I'm giving as much rope as I possibly can in this occasion.
It's a legitimate question.
All right, Az. You be the illustrator of this children's book. You tell me exactly What would happen in that situation?
You
can't just
It's
dance
a John
around.
Wayne Bobbitt situation, really, isn't it? Without the knife, where you